come on in.
Good evening, Mr. Chris. How are you doing?
I'm very sleepy. How are you?
I'm great too. Could you provide a short introduction of yourself?
Hi, I'm Chris. Everybody should know me. I teach both English B and theater.
Okay, then what was your motive for becoming an English teacher?
I hated high school. So I wanted to become a teacher because I wanted no one to experience what I experienced.
Then what is your favorite coffee or type of coffee bean that you're making?
I like anything from South America. I like kind of chocolatey flavors, so Guatemala, Brazil, anything from south of the border is good by me.
Then do you take instant coffee as coffee?
No, instant coffee is emergency rations. It's like the same as MREs for soldiers. You don't want to eat it, but if you have to, you can.
I see. Then what is the first impression of our school?
Yeah, it's cold. No, my first impression, I came here in winter time. It was quite cold, but good.
Okay. Then what do you think of the students in GAFL?
They're fine. The DP2s are wonderful. PreDPs are also pretty good. And DP1s exist.
Okay. Then any episodes during your years in GAFL?
Any episode? I have a very, very bad memory, so I can't really remember anything that happened more than 3 hours ago.
Okay, then what was the hardest part of teaching for you?
The hardest part for me was learning how to talk. Well, when I first started teaching, I had a horrible stutter, a stammer. I said the word like about every other word. It took me many, many years to learn to get over that.
Okay, then how do you start the day when you come into GAFL?
I sigh, I take off my shoes, I put on my slippers, I sit down, then I make a cup of coffee.
Then what is your favorite time during school?
My favorite time during school? Probably about 11 o'clock.
For lunch or?
No, just I like 11 o'clock. It's two ones, it's pretty good.
Oh.
Kind of halfway through the day, so I'm mostly awake. Students are mostly awake as well, so it's just a good time.
Then what are the 3 things you need to survive in GAFL?
I think for GAFL you need a strong mind, a source of caffeine, and a willingness to talk to your teachers.
I see. Then how was your high school life?
Terrible. I was kind of an outsider. Didn't have many friends. I thought school was super boring. I lived by the motto, never let your schooling interfere with your education.
Okay. Then do you have any favorite American food?
My favorite American food, Philly cheesesteaks, but you can't find them in Korea.
Oh, then do you have a favorite Korean food or anything you like about Korea?
Favorite Korean food, easily kimchi jjigae.
Oh.
It's been my favorite food ever since coming here. Other foods are good. Kimchi jjigae is the best though.
Then how do you manage your stress? Do you have any tips for students to manage their stress?
I think the best way to manage your stress is just kind of internalize it, find some way to get rid of it, acknowledge that it exists, but don't worry too much about it.
Then how should students study English B and theater? Do you have any tips for that?
For theater, the only thing that you need is willingness to put yourself out there. And as far as English B goes, the best thing to do with any kind of English is just read. Read as much as you can, read every day, doesn't matter what it is. News, novels, fun things, whatevs.
Oh, then how do you remember a student's name in your class?
I don't.
You don't?
No, not really. I try to. I get to it eventually, but unfortunately, my memory is quite bad, so it takes me a while to learn students' names.
Do you know our names?
No idea.
Okay. Then what is your philosophy of life?
My philosophy of life is it's tough, it's difficult, there's no better options, so you might as well enjoy it.
Then what made you a Marxist?
Living in a capitalist society, you look around, you see all the inequality everywhere. It's the only solution.
Then, what is your favorite play or theater that made you like theater?
Favorite thing, probably Twelfth Night by Shakespeare. It's one of my favorite Shakespeare play. Fell in love with it in college. Kind of to this day, it's still my favorite.
Then, what is your favorite quote from literature?
Probably John Keats's "Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter still."
I see. Then, what is your favorite text type? Is it theater?
Favorite text type is an English B text type. My favorite text type, easily novels. Plays are good, novels are better though.
Then, the students notice that you consider aesthetics and beauty in assignments very important. What is beauty to you?
Beauty is anything that when you see it, you say, wow, that's great. That looks good. Doesn't matter if it's physical beauty, great word choice, great colors, as long as it makes you say, oh wow, that's really great. That's beauty.
Okay. Then do you agree that you look similar to Pete Davidson?
Not at all. I find great offense at that comparison. He looks like kind of a jerk. I don't think I look like a jerk, so comparing me to him rubs me the wrong way.
Okay. Then if you had some share of Reese's company, what would you do?
I would probably cry because that doesn't exist anymore. It got bought out by Hershey very, very, very early. So if I had shares, I'd cry because it'd be worthless.
Then what made you start boxing?
Anger, stress, just wanted to kind of get that out. Plus, I loved watching boxing when I was younger.
Then I have a VS question. Getting hit 100 times while boxing vs hugging the opponent 100 times.
Probably getting hit 100 times. You know, I dislike physical contact. I don't like touching other people, so I'd much rather get punched.
Then becoming a principal vs taking over the place of Ing A.
Ooh. One of the reasons why I became a teacher is because I hated my teachers, so I have been thinking of becoming a principal because I've hated most of the principals that I've worked under, so maybe the principals.
Is our school principal now okay?
Maybe, I don't know, I haven't really met him.
Okay. Then 35 students taking English B or one student taking English B.
35, that's a lot of paper ones to grade. You know, each paper one takes me like 20 minutes. 20 times 30 is some big number that I can't do the math with, so I'd rather have one.
Okay. Then any final words to say to students who are watching this?
Don't take on my cynicism. I'm a very pessimistic, cynical person. I know how to deal with it. You probably don't know how to do it, so try to be optimistic, even if you're a little bit realistic.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.